Right. I'm gonna run through how to add. So if you've got an Ambinic XX device or any device that runs Knulli, I'm gonna run through how to add music and also art for that music onto your device. The art bit was the difficult bit. I couldn't find anything on that. Um, so first step, make sure your device is off. Remove your SD card. It works. It should work. If you use 2 or 1 SD cards, it should be fine. Just remove your SD card, like so. You'll need an SD card reader, but I would assume you have one if you've already got Knulli. Also, be aware this video won't be quick. I don't have a script or anything, so yeah, be patient. So that SD card's in. So first thing you're going to do, you're going to open up your SD card. Let me make sure it can be seen. Oh, that's not looking great. You're going to go down. I've got my SD card named RG35 Games. Yours might be something different. You'll know. You'll know. Right. I think I just took a screenshot. Oh my lord. I don't know how to do this shit. But you're going to go into your folder and you'll find ROMs. You're going to go to ROMs. Once it wants to. It's going to focus. There we go. ROMs, and you're going to go all the way down and look for MPV. In MPV, you see this images folder? You won't have it, likely. I didn't have it. We'll get to that, but you're just going to upload. It accepts MP3, FLAC, anything really now. If you're on Gladiator 2, if you're on older versions of Knulli, it might not work with MP3. I had to use MP4. I'm about to replace everything with FLAC actually. But yeah, you won't have all of these folders. These are Tame Impala songs I've uploaded. Essentially, upload your songs. I prefer to put a number to order them. So I put O1 Let It Happen, O2 Nangs, that's the order of the album. And if you just add those files, they're there. You'll be able to open up MPV. It'll just be on your emulation station screen. It'll just be MPV and you'll find all of your music on it once you've uploaded these. However, if you want to add art, right, because you know how you might scrape on Knulli, you can't do that with music. So, or to my knowledge. So what you do, you need to make a folder called images. I couldn't find any official advice to do that, but I did that and it worked because every other folder has images, and that's what, like, your PlayStation folder will have one called images full of all of your scraped images. Your MPV doesn't. You need to make it. You make the images, and then what you got to do is whatever the art for that song is, you need to put an image with that album art under the exact same title in the JPEG format. Put it under the exact same title that it's stored in your ROMs folder. So if you, for my example, you've got O1 space let space it space happen .mp4. If I want that to have the Currents album cover, because that's the album it's from, I would get a Currents album cover, get it in like a square format, as square as it gets, and then you'll upload it in a you will put a copy of it onto your SD card in the images folder of MPV under the exact same title, O1 space let space it blah 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 .jpeg, the .jpg, and it should work. And if you, for example, if you're doing a whole album, every song on that album has the same cover, you need to copy the cover art in every single time with a different title to correspond to each song title as it's stored in your ROMs folder. And yeah, that should work. I can show you what mine looks like for an idea. I'll eject this. Again, you have to be patient. Oh, hold on. Hang about. Eject. I can take mine out. I'm running dual SD cards, but a single should work. Put the SD card back in. Turn on the device. I've got a custom boot with my dog's face. Ignore that. You don't need to worry about that. But give it a second. I could do a video on custom boots, but the thing is, I'm not going to do a video on custom boots because it's pretty easy to follow along on the details they provide on the Knulli website. They don't provide, they provide information of how to add media to the media player, MPV, but they don't have any details on how to add cover art to it, so I have to work that out myself. But look, so I've got this theme for Art But Next on it. You will find MPV, click on that, and look, they say 0102. You need to have it say 0102. Blah 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 to order it, unless you want to order it randomly. But if you want to order it, to my knowledge, there's probably some listing way you can do it with a little bit of not coding, but like stuff that I can't be bothered with. Right now, I just find it easiest to do this. Yeah, that should work well for you. Hope this is helpful for someone because I couldn't find any help on it. So yeah.